to the Celebrity Waiter Committee for all your hard work in bringing about this wonderful evening. So, on behalf of the entire group, I say welcome to you and have a tremendous evening. Thank you.
So did you guys get a chance to look through your Celebrity Waiter book here? If all the celebrity waiters could make their way up towards the stage, on the side of the stage, we're going to introduce you. But if you haven't got a chance to look through here, it is an amazing book, probably one of the best books I've ever seen in my life, and it was done by my date, Miss Ramona Collins. Ramona, wave to everybody. Ramona, give Ramona a big round of applause. She works at Sam's Club, is their head of the social media team over there, and agreed to be my date tonight. Not really, she was just here and she's sitting next to me. All right, would you guys like to meet your celebrity waiters? I guess that's a no, you guys can go ahead and take a seat. I said, would you guys like to meet your celebrity waiters? You guys gotta work with me tonight. All right, waiters, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna introduce you. You're gonna come out right into the middle, do on the catwalk here, show everybody your beautiful face, and then do whatever I tell you to do. Sound good? All right, first up, let's hear it for Adam Dill. Where you at, Adam? There he is. He was working it. Face the crowd, Adam. He's a vice president in zone sales for General Mills, everyone. He leads their $4 billion U.S. Walmart partnership in a role he was named to back in June 2014. He did his undergraduate at Bowling Green State University, and here's the best thing about Adam. He was the mascot, Freddie Falcon, in 93-94. Do you still know the Freddie Falcon moves? Is that a yes, Adam? Let's see it. That's all you did? You gotta give me more than that. Flap your wings or something. Did you have wings? That is the worst mascot ever. Give it up for Adam Dill, everybody. Next up, put your hands together for Alan Giorno. Come on, Alan. Senior Director, Walmart Heritage Group. So, little known fact, he is a published writer since the age of 13 years old. How many of you have kids who have leapfrogs and leap pads? Well, he has written some best-selling interactive children's books on there, and if you haven't bought them, he knows about it, and he's going to be hitting you up after this to buy his books. He's also been a feature writer for a wide variety of publications, including Rolling Stone, Pro Sound News, and other publications. Pretty cool. And he wants money. So here's what we're going to do. You got to show, where's your table at? What table are you? Right there? Table, watch him very well, because he's going to show you his best dance moves. All right, Alan, when I start the music, I want to see your best dance moves that you got. These are for tips, by the way, and if your table likes it, they will tip you. Right, table? All right. And you got a table full of ladies, so they want to see something sexy. Here we go. Don't do it to me, do it to them. Turn around, come on. Give it up for Alan, everybody. AKA Channing Tatum. Need to work on those moves. All right. Next up, let's hear it for Brian Williams, P&G Sales Director, U.S. Walmart Team, Personal Care, Procter & Gamble. So this is a fun fact about him. He used to sell skincare products to his company, or for his company, so he guarantees that he knows more about skincare than anybody in this room tonight. Anybody. Also, in his spare time, Brian loves to play golf as much as possible and spend downtime with his girlfriend Lindsay and her 2 dogs. Lindsay is here, and you had something you wanted to ask her, right? No? Yes? No? Okay. I got the wrong information. He just wants you to know he loves you. All right, now for your table, you got to do the same thing. You got to dance for him and show him what you got, Brian. Can you do that? You're a young guy, you know the moves. Oh! Is that the Carlton? Give it up for Brian Williams, everybody. All right, next up, Corey Bender. Corey Bender! What is this? All right. I like you guys. Corey, get out there. Get out there, Corey. So Corey is the Vice President, DMM of Household Chemicals and Paper Goods Walmart stores. He was born in Germany, but he is a U.S. citizen because of the military. He grew up a preacher's kid, and little known fact, when he was growing up in high school, he wanted to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's not even a joke. Hey, Arnold, go out there and flex for me. Show us all those flex moves. Give it up for Corey. All right, I want to see Corey's dance moves. I'm going to switch songs up on you, Corey. You guys want to see Corey dance? You got Corey? Is that what you guys said? I'm not switching songs. Here we go. Oh, that's beautiful, guys. We got the Rockettes in the house. All right, next up, Deanna Baker. Get out there, Deanna. SVP GM of ladies wear, intimate apparel, jewelry, accessories, and brand color trend team, Walmart US. Deanna began her career with Walmart in 1990. So this is an interesting fact. She can stand on her head, and all I can say is prove it. Ask your table. How much will you guys give her to stand on her head? She's not wearing a dress, so she can't do this. How much? 50 bucks to stand on her head. Who's got 50? We got 50. Your table has 50. For 100, she'll stand on her head the rest of the night. For $100. It's okay, it's worth it. 50 bucks. 100. What about 100? We got a 100 table? Oh, we gotta get 50 from 5 tables, we say here. 50 from 5 tables. You're gonna be spending it anyway. Why not get her to stand on her head and... You're not gonna do it? Oh, she's also a certified in body combat fitness, so if you don't give the money, she will come after you. Let's hear it for Deanna Baker, everyone. Next up, Eugene Cook. Vice President of ISD Applications Operations, Walmart Technologies, Walmart Stores, Inc. Eugene earned his bachelor's degree in computer information services from DeVry University. Actually, you can catch him on the latest DeVry University commercial that airs in December. Is that correct? Huh? What? Eugene met his wife on a blind date and they have been married for over 20 years, so blind dates do work. Is your wife here, Eugene? Is your wife here? Stand up, there she is. Great job. Give it up for Eugene Cook, everybody. Next up, Greg Lewis. Where's your table at, Greg? Where's your table at? He's the director of corporate and foundation relations at the University of Arkansas. He's been at the U of A since 2011. Grew up in Missoula, Montana. Class president all 4 years, but he was the only kid in the class, so congratulations, Greg. He was a 4-H kid growing up, and at age 13, this is huge, guys. At age 13, his Black Angus steer won the weight gain competition. Give it up for Greg Lewis! Woo! It's pretty awesome. What'd you do with that steer in the next year or two? Sold it. All right. Next up, Jackson Gates. Come on, put your hands together for Jackson Gates. General manager of Store of the Community. So he's a genuine jack of all trades. Jackson studied art history and landscape architecture before abandoning college to become a migrant farm worker and travel the country harvesting produce. He then settled in a remote, intentional community where he earned unofficial certificates in sustainable agriculture and organic food production with a specialty in farmers market production and sales. Did they have to wear clothes in that community? They were intentional, unintentional? He was young. This is fun times in life. He's also, this is interesting, a skilled armadillo wrangler. He perfected the art of catching armadillos barehanded under the auspices of his late grandmother. How do you even get into that? You're like, Grandma, let's go catch us some armadillos. How would you do it? How would you wrangle one? Show us. You sneak up on them. Armadillos are pretty stupid, by the way. They're not smart animals. You grab it by its tail, and then they just roll up in a ball, right? Oh, they do? Then what do you do with the armadillo once you catch it? And you're like, all right, that was that. Give it up for Jackson Gates. And if you have any armadillos in your yard, he's the guy to call. Next up, Jeff Sato. Senior Vice President, Global Brands Group, LF USA. Been doing business with Walmart for over 25 years. He's a bit of a practical joker, apparently, and enjoys a good laugh. So his neighbor is a real diehard Tennessee fan, and during a recent football game when the Hogs beat Tennessee, Jeff hung a big University of Arkansas Hogs flag in the front of his neighbor's house. So let's call those Hogs. Let's call those Hogs. Who won tonight, by the way? All right, here we go. Jeff, everybody, put your hands together for him. All right, next up, Jim Cartwright, Executive Vice President and Managing Director of Springdale Headquarters, Saatchi & Saatchi X. You gotta help him out there? Every so often, you can see him wearing a pair of 1963 Chuck Taylor Converse basketball shoes around town. Also, as a freshman at Tulane, Jim's nickname was Stony, but not what you think. He was a northerner who could ride a horse like Stony Burke, a 60s TV show. But later in the 60s, he continued to be called Stony, but not because he could ride a horse. Come on, Stony. Put your hands together for Stony Burke. I love you, Stony. Next up, my best friend, Kelvin Monk. Vice President of Innovations and Global Business Process, Sam's Club US. So he wrote a journal here, basically a memoir, and you can actually purchase that online, right? samsclub.com, the memoir of Kelvin Bunkum. He's an avid swimmer, movie buff. What is your favorite movie, Kelvin? Jagged Edge? I know the band, I've never heard of the movie. Check it out. Is it good? How old is that movie? All right. What's your second favorite movie? Maybe I will know that. Frozen. Frozen. I do know that one. A great movie. Let's hear it for Kelvin Monk, everybody. Next up, Lee Culpepper, Vice President of Public Affairs at Walmart Stores. So Lee's first job was in retail, and he worked all summer at a roadside peach stand when he was 13 years old because he is from Georgia. Do you love peaches? He does not love peaches anymore. It's like you work at a fast food restaurant, you love the food until you start working there, right? So let's hear it for Lee Culpepper, everybody. Give him lots of money. Next up, Kevin Steele, Sales Director at Walmart, Mars, and Utley. He's been in CPG sales for over 19 years. He's been married for 11 years and has 2 girls, ages 10 and 7, so you probably know all the Frozen songs, as do I. Fellow waiter Adam Dill, Walmart Vice President for General Mills, married Kevin and his wife at the Southernmost Hotel in Key West, Florida, almost 12 years ago. Adam, where you at? So you still have your license? Brian, that would have been easy. Brian Williams, we could have had a party tonight. Where you at, Brian? You're way up. What? Your friends are over here. Okay, good. Good excuse. Give it up for Kevin Steele, everybody. If you change your mind, Brian, Adam's right there. We got lots of witnesses in the room. Next up, Mark Hindenberger, Vice President of Shows and Events, Walmart Stores. He has over 36 years of experience in live and film video production business. He produced his first live event back in 1985. He's looking for some money, everybody. He's very lucky in his 30 plus years in the event business to have worked with politicians, idols, puppets, divas, boy bands, entertainment legends, stars from rock, Nashville movies, and Broadway. He's done it all, everybody. Let's hear it for Mark Hindenberger. Next up, Paul Davis, Vice President for Customer Development, Global Walmart Team, Tyson Foods. Paul joined Tyson Foods in 2007 as Vice President of Sales Operations for the Consumer Products Division. His personal quote is, "Your personal brand speaks for you even when you are not present." Think about that, everybody. Let's hear it for Paul Davis. Put your hands together for Randy Ornstein, Vice President of Sales, Walmart Sam's Club Team, Anheuser-Busch. He's got cases of beer out in his car that he's giving away after this if you give him money. Randy grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and never owned a coat until he went to college for his bachelor's at Indiana University. He also obtained his master's degree from the University of Arkansas. Randy donated one of his kidneys to his dad a few months ago. So you know what? Randy is an amazing guy who deserves all your money. And both his dad and Randy are doing great. Is that a really true story, Randy, or is that just for sympathy money? Prove it. You don't have to take off your shirt. Give it up for Randy Ornstein, everyone. Awesome. Next up, Tara Gartman-Shaw, Senior Director of Retail Development for Nickelodeon. She's been a part of the Nickelodeon team for 8 years, spent 2 of the years working in the New York City corporate office, and this is the best thing I've ever heard in my whole life. And it's true? Really? She was, one time in her life, she was a backup dancer. Who do you think she was a backup dancer for? Shareholders 9 years ago. Will Smith. Yeah. I was at that Shareholders. Give it up for Tara Gartman-Shaw, everybody. She will be giving the table she's waiting on dance lessons if you give her money. Will Smith style. Next up, Stephen Brodon, CEO of Wall to Wall. So Steve began his career at Sam's Club, then moved to Walmart during the early Supercenter days and later helped develop the original neighborhood market. Steve went to high school at Little Rock Central. He runs marathons. He's a Razorback. His new company is Wall to Wall because he worked for Walmart and Walgreens. He can juggle, and he's been to all 50 states. Can you really juggle? Only $100 bills. So if you got money, he'll juggle for you. Give it up for Steve Brodon, everybody. Next up, Stephen Wolf, Customer Vice President at Walmart team, Abbott Laboratories. So I'm gonna need you guys to clap a little louder. Put down the forks and clap for Stephen Wolf. There you go. Steve has over 3 decades of experience in consumer products industry with 25 years of his experience at Abbott. Gene and Steve have 2 children, Danielle and Ryan, and we're thrilled with the arrival of their first grandchild, Caden, born in January. Let's hear it for Stephen Wolf, everybody. Next up, Todd Hannon, VP of Sales, Walmart and Sam's Club. Mandela's International. He's a team lead of Mandela's International. You might not know the name of that company, but they are the makers of Oreo, Chips Ahoy, Ritz, Wheat Thins, Trident Gum, Sour Patch Kids, which are my favorite, and a whole bunch of other brands. They have over $35 billion in sales, and they're the #1 maker of chocolate and biscuits worldwide. Did anybody know that but him? Pretty awesome. Todd loves rock music, but has come to like the twang of country. He's continuing his love of music by taking up playing the acoustic guitar. How good are you, Todd? How long have you been taking guitar lessons? A couple months? What chords do you know? The basics. He's on his way to be a country music star, everybody, let me tell you. Let's hear it for Todd Hannon. The only one that didn't dress in black tonight. Let's hear it for Tony Waller. Senior Director of Corporate Affairs, Constituent Relations, Walmart Stores. You got some great style, Tony, I like you. Tony's personal therapy is to be a personal shopper for other people. Have you seen some people that came in that you could probably do them some help? Okay, good. But if you want to give him money, he will personal shop for you. He's a graduate of the University of Virginia. He is a diehard Wahoo. Tony strives to live each and every day by the words of his mother, Barbara Jean Motley Waller. Keep flowing with the river, for the river knows exactly where it is going. Let's hear it for Tony Waller, everyone. Tyler Garmin, let's hear it for Tyler, president of the Roark Group. So he is a native in Northwest Arkansas. He attended the U of A on a football scholarship before an early injury sidelined his playing career. What was your position, Tyler? Say that again? Offensive guard. And what hurt you? What got you out? Your leg? What year? Were you a freshman? Well, it didn't matter because he's now the president of the Roark Group, and in 2006, he was Time Magazine's Person of the Year. So let's hear it for Tyler Garmin, everybody. And last and certainly not least, the beautiful Twyla Brooks, Vice President and DMM Bed and Bath Walmart Stores. She has worked for Walmart for almost 7 years. She's originally from Southern California. She loves playing softball and has been playing at the age of 9. She started and played throughout college and semi-professionally. So if you need softball lessons for your kids, she will teach you. Let's hear it for Twyla Brooks. So here's the deal. All the celebrity waiters are competing for 2 awards tonight, so you guys can help them out. They're competing for the Silver Tray Award for most funds raised overall. So period, they'll get a silver tray which looks like this. The coveted silver tray. Also, most tips received for the evening award. So, you can help them win that award tonight, and yeah, just give them lots of tips. You have until 8:30, is that correct? 8:30 to give tips, which is in 3 minutes. 8:32, you got a few minutes to give them tips. So waiters, get back. Let's hear for all the celebrity waiters tonight. Get back, do your jobs, and tables, give them some tips because it's going to a great cause tonight. I'm gonna make a lot of scholarships happen.